Hey, staffingpreneurs. Oh, wait, let me go live here. Hold on. Let me just see. I'm going to try to go live on Instagram. Hey, staffingpreneurs. How y'all doing today? Hey, how y'all doing today? Dee Williams here. This is your first time here. I just want to say, hey, welcome. Give everybody an opportunity to start chiming in. My name is Dee Williams. I help professionals set up, run, start their very own niche recruitment and staffing business, amongst other things. And today I'm going live. I want to talk about goals for 2022 and just want to see where y'all are with y'all business. Hey, I never go live on Instagram. I'm live on Instagram on the Staffingpreneurs channel. So I know people are excited about that. I'm so glad to see y'all here. I want to say, hey, what's up to Facebook? What's up to YouTube? What's up to LinkedIn? Do me a favor. I would love to know your name, where you're chiming in from, so I can converse with you. I like to have real conversations, if that's cool with you. Happy holidays, everybody. I have been under the weather. I don't know how y'all's holiday went, but I literally was under the covers, like literally under the weather this holiday season. I hope you all have had a really great holiday season, very blessed and fruitful. Because I know a lot of y'all are super blessed. Y'all been having a good holiday season. Hey, who is that? Taylor. What's up, Taylor? How you feeling? It's good to see you. Listen, I want to talk about goals, right? But before I get into goals, I want to share something with you all. Kind of like a moment that I had over this holiday season while everybody is coming in. So, like every year, when the holiday comes around, you start sending people text messages, right? And you like happy holidays or Merry Christmas or whatever the case may be. I don't necessarily celebrate Christmas in the traditional sense, but I do, I do acknowledge the holidays and the joyful spirit that it brings, right? So I told you all I was kind of under the weather this holiday season. And so I was I'm going to be honest, I was like sitting on the toilet and I was going through my phone and I was just like texting happy holidays, right? Because that's kind of what you do, on Christmas morning. And I'm like I'm texting. And then I would say maybe 45 minutes into my texting spree, I begin to like cry profusely, like tears bawling down my face. And it was just like one of those moments where I felt God. I felt pure joy because like for 45 minutes, I'm still texting people that I love, that I care about, that I associate myself with. You know what I'm saying? 45 minutes in, I'm still texting and engaging with these people. And I just thought, wow, that's so much love. That's like, you never really realize how loved you are and how much love you have to give until you come into a situation that's like that. And so that was a very inspiring moment for me. It really made me think about just the relationships that I've built over the years with many of you, but with just people as a whole, and just how important your network is. And it just ties into some of the things that I want to talk about today, which is about goals. Now, I can't talk for a long time today because we have our Run It class at 2 p.m. Eastern starting, and I want to make sure that I'm respectful to everyone in my Run It class. And if you're not familiar, one of the courses that I teach and helping people set up their staffing businesses is our Run It class. It's like our college level class for staffingpreneurs, people who have successfully gone through and completed the setup class and are now running their business. They're working towards earning their first contract or maintaining their contract, right? Or growing their contract. I love you too, Pooh. And so That's our college level class. That's what we're about to teach, what I'm about to teach at 2 p.m. Eastern today. So I'm really excited about that because that class is always on fire because like, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about it, but every week somebody comes in like, oh my gosh, because they have experienced some type of success or some type of win. And I love like that energy that it brings. So before I get into all of my stuff, I just want to say hey to everybody that is here watching live on Instagram. I see a lot of people rolling through. I want to definitely say, hey, Luna. Luna is one of my favorite staffingpreneurs. She's on here. I can't even see everything on this screen. Let me just look over here. I can't see everything. Luna is here. I see Robert in Denver. Hey, Robert. Tahona Jackson in Oklahoma City. Hey, Shalonda. Hey, Shalonda's one of my favorite people. Ronaldo, one of my favorite people. Hey, Cheryl's here. Keith is here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all being here. I'm glad to know. What's your niche? Shout out your niche in the chat box. I probably should have said that. Like, what's your niche? Hey, Keith, you're from New Jersey. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's talk about some goals. Okay, let's get into some goals. Have you all started to like flush out your goals for 2022? Have you started looking at and thinking about exactly how you want to project your niche recruitment and staffing business, where you want to be by the end of 2022, what you want to do differently, what type of initiatives you want to kick off this year? Cybersecurity, I see healthcare, nursing, staffing. I see a lot of niches going through here. What type of goals have you set up? I would love to hear about them. Put them in the chat box. Let me know. Okay. But I want to talk about some goals that I have for you all too, while you all are sharing your goals. And I definitely want you to share your goals because it's really important that you start strategizing now. And it is kind of late actually, but I guess it's never too late, but you want to start strategizing now. Bartista and specialty coffee. I love that. It's a great niche. It's a lot of coffee houses all over the country, and there are a lot of facilities that produce coffee. So that's a big area, big niche. I'm really excited for you and looking forward to seeing your success. Look, I get sidetracked when I see somebody with a good niche. I'm like, ooh, Shalonda, over in fintech. Okay, I love that. That's a great niche as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about these goals. So I have 3 goals that I have for you all. Now, you probably sitting here and wonder, like, Dee, how are you going to create goals for me? And I'm going to tell you, I have to create goals for you because I get your questions. Okay, you all send me questions. You write them in the group. You text me. You email me. You put them under my YouTube videos, under my Facebook videos, and my IG DMs. I read every last one of them. And I really see like a pattern. Okay, I see a pattern. When you see a pattern, you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to acknowledge the pattern so that you can fix it, make it better, or whatever the case may be. I see a pattern, okay? And one of the patterns that I see is that many of you lack value, and like you lack value in your business, or rather you don't understand the value of your business and what you bring to the table, right? And that's really scary. Hey, Coral, it's good to see you. That's really scary. And it's understandable if you're a startup, if you're brand new, if you're somebody who's just come from a corporate setting and now you're going into an entrepreneurial setting and you're like, I'm not really sure. But I really want you to think about your value, the value that you bring to an organization. I don't want you to start your business as something that's just being established, right? Like the service that you're providing is actually doing something special. It's doing something great for an organization and for the person that's doing the job. So it's really important for you to think about the end goal. Think about what you're trying to accomplish with your services. When you start thinking from that perspective, then your value becomes very clear. And when I look at a lot of the questions that come through, it's like, I guess the biggest one, which goes into my goal number 2, is, a lot of people are not charging proper rates or are afraid to charge industry standard or are afraid to charge beyond industry standard based on their value, right? Based on the service and the value that they're giving. And I really would like to have a conversation about it, because this is really important that you charge at a minimum what the industry standard is, okay? For all my newbies, for people who are brand new, especially in my staffing startup biz group on YouTube, I see these questions all the time. And a lot of times people say things like, well, Dee, I'm new, so that I'll go ahead and discount my rate. Or Dee, I don't really know. Or they just start thinking about the lowest number they can possibly found. There's China baby lady. She says, I know my value. Honestly, I'm lacking confidence mostly. And yes, I'm afraid. LOL. I don't know why. I know this is real. Okay. Because I'm telling you, I see this all the time. And the thing is that you are valuable. And what is it that makes you feel like your services aren't of value? Is it that you don't understand your services? Is it that you don't understand the value that you bring? And because if you say you know your value, then where is there a lack of confidence? Because when it's something that you know, you're confident. You understand what I'm saying? If it's something that you know, you are confident. Like, I have no problem telling y'all what my rates are. Because I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. I know what you're going to walk away with. I know when you walk away from meeting with me, you're going to feel so freaking fired up. You're going to have so many ideas. So many questions are going to be answered. You're going to be thinking, I got to schedule another appointment with her. I know my value, right? So when people say I know my value, but I don't have confidence, those are two separates. So let's talk about, and we can talk about confidence, but let's talk about this value and this charge and this pricing thing. So first of all, I've said this before, but I'm going to say this again really quickly. What type of business are you in your setup phase? So many of you all are not getting coaching. You're not getting guidance. You're just starting something and you don't even know what you're doing. And that's dangerous, because if you were going through a proper setup structure, you would be having the conversation with yourself and or with your coach about who you are, the personality of your business. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say the personality of your business, this is real talk, okay? Personality, every business that's being created has a personality. You all talk about businesses and their personalities. You talk about Amazon, you talk about Apple, you talk about Meta, Facebook, or whoever. They are entities. They are real entities, right? And you are giving birth. You hear me talk about this all the time, to your babies, your business babies. Well, your business babies come with personalities. Some of your business babies, okay, before I even go into, let's talk about my children. Let's talk about my babies, okay? So, that youngest one, no. Let's talk about the oldest one. That oldest one on Christmas morning. Let's just talk about personality Christmas morning. I talked to the youngest man child, my youngest son. He's pleasant. Hey, Mom, happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I love you. He was texting me. I was asleep. He called. Pleasant. Second child I talked to, which is the oldest man child. Hey, babe, how you feeling today? I want to complain. Or he was not having a great day, right? He was ready to complain. I'm like, okay. Third child I talked to, she was completely angry, like just not in a great mood. 3 different children, right? 3 different personalities. Your business baby has a personality, and I want you to establish that very early on, like during your setup phase. Is your baby bougie, like a sex fit, like a Bugatti, like a Porsche? Is your baby a high-end baby? You understand? Or is your baby more like, what's up, Walmart, like Kia, Priya, like what type of baby are you birthing? That first has to be established. It might be on the mid-level, like a Target or a Macy's or a Honda, or however you want to see it. but you have to define, your baby's personality. Once you define your baby's personality, you can start thinking about, okay, what type of infrastructure your baby should be creating to support other organizations who would value that type of personality most, Okay. So like some organizations only want to buy from high-end companies, right? They want to buy from the elites of the elites. They want to buy the best of the best. How many of you all like to drive German cars only, or German furniture only? Or I don't know if that's a thing or whatever, but I'm just saying, some of you only wear $2,000 purses and bags, and some of you wouldn't be caught dead in that. You're a Target shopper only. You don't see the sense in having a $2,000 bag, right? Two different types of consumer. You understand what I'm saying? Your business is created or geared towards a certain type of consumer as well. So you have to define the personality. Okay, China Baby said, being a newbie, I don't feel like I'm a grown up business in the industry. It's silly, I know. I would love a one-on-one. We can definitely do a one-on-one. And I totally understand that concept, but if in order for someone to take you seriously and to see your value, you have to be able to show that first. Like nobody's going to believe in you until you believe in yourself. You've got to like come to the table ready. Hey, what's up? This is who I am. Let me show you what I can do type of thing. Excuse me. Y'all know I was under the weather this weekend. But there is this level of audaciousness, of audacity that you have to have around your business, to be able for other people to be able to believe in your product and service enough to want to spend their dollars on you. Do you see what I'm saying? And like, you're the one that fuels that into your business. You fuel that into your business. You fuel that energy. You fuel that life into your business. You do that. Only you. Nobody else. Everybody else comes on board. They come on board. But with you, you're the one that steps in there and you say, okay, this is my business. This is who we are. This is who we service. These are our values and what we and how we feel about connecting with our consumer. And, yeah, and here we are. Now, who's up for it? And not everybody's going to be up for it. Some people are going to say, oh, that's below me. And some people are going to say, oh, that's right up my alley. Or some people are going to say, oh, I can't wait till I can get there. Because everybody is coming in on their own different level. Your job is not to worry about everybody else and where they are. Your job is to only worry about you, okay? About you, your business, where you want to take your business, where you see your business. That is your job, right? So you all know that I'm launching Reskillify, right? Y'all know I'm launching Reskillify. And I know the Reskillify is going to be the number one place that people come when they're thinking about transforming their lives, transforming their careers, transforming their businesses. All of the ideas about, I'm just telling y'all, y'all just mark my word. Everybody says, oh, Reskillify. That's where everybody's going to be. And the cannabis industry, right? I have another SaaS product called the Cannabis Job Board. It will be the number one cannabis job board in the entire world. I know that to be factual. So if you don't know it, if you don't believe it, why would somebody else believe it? So you don't have to worry about being a rookie when you are 100% truly aware of who you are, where you're going, and why you're doing the things that you're doing. Because like, you wouldn't be putting the time out to start your own business if you didn't believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So don't let fear take control of your destiny. Like, you control it. And it's scary. It's nerve-wracking because everybody's watching you. You might fail. Oh my God. I done been there, honey. I done failed a couple of times, right? Real talk. But you get back up. You get back up and you say, okay, now I know how not to do it next time. Now I'll do it a little bit differently this time. And, next time, and you just get back on a horse and keep going again, And if you fail again, it's like, if people really love you, they're like support you through your failures. And if they really don't like you and they don't really love you, then you'll find out very quickly that like they weren't for you. And that's why I'm so appreciative of everybody who are like my real people, right? I love all my new people too, but I'm talking about my real people that have been around for a long time, have watched me build things, fail with things, build things again. Shalonda, Ronaldo, Constance, like Wanda, there's Renasha, there's certain people that have been in this community, Pam, for years. I'm talking about 2014, 2015, and I've gone up and down, up and down, up and down, just in this space of my life. And they have just kind of watched me blossom over and over and over again, watched me fail, watched me get back up, but they've never stopped supporting me. If it fell apart, it's like, okay, Dee, it'll be better next time. And then when next time comes, they're like, okay, what do I need to buy? How can I support you? How can I make it better? And, that's when you've got a real network of people who believe in you. And that gives you the opportunity to really believe in them and establish some very, very, very strong connections, because that's what it takes to win. I'm just telling y'all that now. Okay, so my goal for this year, this is Bartista Source, which is, are you a new staffing agency or have you already launched yet? That's the biggest question I had. He or she, I don't know, says my goal for this year is to be able to streamline my client setup process to where I'm not agonizing over putting the deal together. I get hung up in the negotiation or contracting. Okay, so that makes sense. And this is where I'm telling y'all got to understand your value, right? So let's talk a little bit about negotiation since we're here. I only got about 15 minutes. Okay, great. They've already launched. So first of all, do you have a pricing sheet? That would be my first question. Do you have a pricing sheet? Do you have a sell sheet and a pricing sheet? Because that's going to lay your services, your core services out right off the break. And if you have a pricing sheet and a sell sheet, then you have something physical that you can show, kind of like a menu to your clients, okay? Second, once you get in on the table, okay, great. Now, see, that's why you're smart, Lau. Once you get into the negotiation room and you get in on the table, then it's really more about understanding what that customer needs more than will they fit into your service box, right? Because sometimes when you're working with someone and you can understand what they need, you can find opportunities to create new types of services that type of organization will need on a consistent basis. That would give you kind of like an in into a specific industry or a specific company type who may be experiencing the same type of challenges over and over and over again, right? I hope that made sense. If that made sense, put a thumbs up. I hope that made sense because I was kind of high level. If it made sense, just thumbs up so I'll know. Okay. So when you're talking to your employer client, you want to listen out for things that, seem like they make sense, right? For example, if he's saying things like, we have high turnover, you know what I'm saying? Then you want to think, okay, well, which one of my services can assist with the high turnover? Maybe if they're having high turnover roles, you could take two different approaches. You can one say, well, let's do like a contract to hire type of situation where you can test people out. But in the meantime, maybe do a couple of lunch and learns with their management staff, do some coaching and some training with their management staff, because turnover happens for a number of reasons. And it's not just only on the candidate side. Something fundamentally is going on in that organization. So that has to be acknowledged very quickly, so you don't want to just keep bringing people into a revolving door without fixing the problem, or even attempting to fix the problem, or assist the company with fixing the problem. So that shows your value now in more than one way. And so where traditionally you may introduce one service, here you may introduce two services, one on the staffing side and one on the coaching and or consulting side. Lunch and Learns are really a great way to build relationships with employers and their staff. It's a great way to solidify your thought knowledge, your industry knowledge. The fact it sets you apart from your competitors. It shows that you genuinely care about the organization that you're trying to support and where they're looking to go. It shows that you're looking to be a real partner and not just do the staffing space, but actually take a partnership approach to helping them grow their organization. Like, it really is a great strategy. It's a great strategy. And some people lead in with this strategy. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, some people lead in with this strategy, because sometimes it's about fixing the organization before somebody comes into the door. So really, really, really important. That just touching a little bit, these are some of the things that we would typically discuss during our Run It class. We definitely talk about strategies during our setup class. We definitely talk about the client and candidate journey during the setup class. That is very, very important. You should be doing that before you even think about launching your business. What's the journey that you and your client are taking? Because if you understand that journey, then that negotiation phase becomes a lot easier. It just gets down to the point of strategizing why you're there. And listen, don't feel like you have to negotiate right on the spot or give the exact solution right on the spot. It's okay to say, hey, let me and my team go back, take in all the things that we learned today and come up with something custom for you. That again shows your value. I want you all, especially the people who feel like they're newbies, I want you all to put on your grown people panties. It's not time to be thinking about I'm new, because you're competing in a space that's already functioning with or without you, if that makes sense. And I'm sounding pretty strong right now, but I'm being very transparent with you. This is not a space where everybody is brand new. So we don't have time for you to be thinking about, oh, I'm new. What we should be thinking about is, how do I impact my market? How do I show my market my value? How do I continue to provide value for my market? Because the more value you're giving, the easier your clients are going to come, the easier your candidate's going to come. And then I've got a client right now, one of my favorite staffingpreneurs, out of Missouri, Latasha. She's not made one sales call. I talk about this in like 2 years of her business. She's made well over $1 million a year. And you know what I'm saying? And because she's grown her entire business from her network, from the relationships that she's building, from the value that she's giving. And so for when people are in my my free group, that Start a Staffing Biz free group, I see the number one question I see in that group all the time is, how do I get contracts? And I'm not talking about the contracts that you sign. You can get those on the recruitmentstore.com. The letter A, recruitmentstore.com. You can get contracts there. I'm talking about people asking the question, how do I get contracts with like employers? And I am always very baffled that that question is being asked, because it leads me to believe that they have not really thought through setting up their business properly. Like, I don't know how else to say it, because like in the very beginning phases, you should be understanding your market. If you understand your market, then you're surely going to be able to understand like how to go and get contracts, because you're going to understand what type of conversations you need to have. You're going to understand where they are and how to go after them and all of those different things. And so I always say, when people say, how do I get contracts? The first thing I say is, what? What's your market? Did you flush your market out? What are the challenges that your clients are having? And in case you all don't know, for all my newbies, in case you don't know, hello, newbies, all my newbies, Employers, businesses have two types of problems. They have people problems and business problems. And you need to know both. If you don't know their business problems and their people problems, it's going to be very challenging for you to set yourself apart from the competition in conversation alone. Okay, in conversation alone. And then, yes, you will be asking the question, how do I get contracts? But when you understand an employer's people problems and their business problems, and guess what? Before I say this, when you understand their people problems and their business problems, you're going to have a very different type of conversation with them. You're not going to have the conversation that they're hanging up on the phone with people when they're saying, do you use staffing agencies? They hate that. They hate that, just so you know. They hate that. Okay. Like, no, it's not gonna flow like that. You want, like I said, you got to put your big panties on, and you want your CEO, you're a boss, right? So you know, when you went to school, you had to present, you had to stand up, you had to show who you were, a professional side of you. If you're at church and you're the MC, you got to stand up. If you the president of some organization, you got to stand up and be a boss. And so you've got to have conversations with these people about things that are important to them, things that are important to them that are hurting or that are being created in their business, things that are important to them in regards to people. And just know, everybody they hire, they're hiring in teams. We didn't even get to that part yet because I only got 9 minutes. But it's a process, okay? So when you are thinking about how to get contracts, I guess the first thing I would tell you is think about the process and don't look for everything to happen immediately. Like, give it some time. Make sure they're companies that you actually want to do business with. And don't take their no so seriously. Just because they say no doesn't mean that they really mean no. They're saying no because it's easier if they say no. Most people just walk away. But if you are passionate about your business, a simple no is not going to keep you from going to where you're trying to go or from servicing that particular employer. A no, a 2-letter word? Come on, there's no way that a no would keep you from your destiny, or a no would keep you from being able to impact an organization in a way that you know you're meant to impact them. So it just, okay, they didn't like my opening line. They didn't like my first phone call. They didn't like my first email. So now you've got to go in and start thinking about what's the next direction. Now let me start talking about something that's important to them. What type of challenges are they experiencing? What type people-wise? What type of challenges are they experiencing business-wise? If they're having business problems, they're having people problems. If they're creating something, they need people. Okay? So you're in a business. This is a business model where it never ends. People are always needed. Right. Andrea, no means not yet. Not no. I don't care how many times they tell me no. That don't mean no. It just means, okay, you're not ready for me right now. Or maybe I didn't present my value to you in a way for you to understand. Or maybe I didn't take the time to question, because I love it when they say no, because I always say no to what? What are you saying no about? No to what? Let's talk about it. I know for a fact that organizations like yours, because I talk to them every day, are experiencing this. Are you telling me that your organization isn't experiencing this right now? And if they're not, are you prepared for the possibility of it happening? Right? You've got to get into your role as the CEO. Can you tell us more about your newbie group, please? How can we join? Are you talking about the setup group? Yes, go to staffingpreneursacademy.com, and on the top corner, you'll see on the very top menu bar, shop. And you can go to the store there. On the page, you'll see some buttons in there that will take you to the setup course. And I would encourage you to get in on the setup course, to be honest with you. We have when I told you to go to the shop, because we have a holiday sale going on now at recruitmentstore.com. So if you go to Staffingpreneurs Academy, I'll put the link in there. But if you go there, you'll be able to see, hey, Lionel, you'll be able to see, let's see. There we go. Okay, like, there you go. The link is on the bottom. That's digital courses. We have, oh, there we go. Let's do that. recruitmentstore.com. So we got a sale going on. Y'all should go there right now and get that sale. We got a sale on web development, on the staffing startup course, which is the best setup course on the planet. Y'all should read staffingpreneursacademy.com, or you can go to the letter A, recruitmentstore.com. You all should check out the comments for that course. They're amazing. One of the comments, Meta, he said, it was so funny. He was like, yeah, now I see what all the hype is about Dee Williams. I thought that was hilarious. Look, it's one of the best courses. I take my time with this course. I don't leave anything out. So many staffingpreneurs have come through this course and have launched very successful staffing businesses. Luna's on this call. She's one of them. I saw her up there. She's doing it. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Veronica. Andrea said, I did all the research. I have my business things in order, and it's just overwhelming of putting it all together and the feeling of needing an accountability partner or mentors to help guide. It is very overwhelming because you're starting something brand new. Starting a business is overwhelming. But think about it. Like having a baby is overwhelming, right? I mean, carrying the baby is overwhelming. Right? Because I mean, if you think about it, right? So like doing the do is the easy part. Having the idea is the easy part, right? The conceiving of it. But actually bringing it to life, that's a whole different ordeal. And that's really what separates the weak from the strong. So this allows, this is where you get to see who you really are, right? Because one thing, even legalizing the business is one thing, but actually having to sit down and think about what you're offering, what value you're bringing, what the objections are, what marketing materials you want to have out there, what resources you need to have on the back end to support the business, how you want to present yourself, what's your business personality, what your rates will be, how you're going to follow up, like, where you're like, it's so much. But this part should be more exciting than overwhelming because you are actually in the creation state. Like you are actually physically manifesting something, like nothing into something, so I'm always very concerned when I hear the word overwhelming, even though I do understand it, but it's like, man, when I'm creating something, I'm like, it's almost orgasmic. It's like, because I know it doesn't already exist, not in the version that I'm presenting. And so I'm getting to put all my energy into that, all of my energy, all of my time, all of my creation. This is the Dee Williams stamp. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, and yeah, it's a lot of pieces. I don't know anything, like when I first started about building websites, SaaS products. I didn't know anything about that, but I had an idea and I had a vision. And I felt like that vision came from my higher energy. And so I wanted to implement it. And so, yes, teach me. I hired 1,000 coaches. I want to learn more. Show me. Do it for me. I was outsourcing things out. I need your energy. I would tell people when I felt down, listen, y'all don't know how I feel today, but I just need your energy right now because it's crazy over here. And sometimes I was even like, I need your money. When it got tight, because you got to pay the developers, but when I wake up in the morning, it's the joy that I feel around knowing that I am a creator is phenomenal. That I'm not just a builder. I'm not just someone who can support somebody else's idea, but I have my own ideas and I can stand on them and I can create them and I can implement them and they can be amazing. You understand? And when I have that flowing through me, it doesn't feel overwhelming anymore. It feels like God is flowing through me and I am just the vessel seeing things through. I just got fired up though. I really did. Like I just started sweating and I just kind of got fired up. But that's exactly how I feel. So I encourage you to to shift your perspective around, what you're experiencing in your business and the creation phase. Now, it's overwhelming, honey. Carrying a baby for 9 months, you'd be like, that baby's so heavy. You be like this, but you be loving on that baby, fixing, preparing, doing everything for that baby's arrival. And then when the baby's arrival comes, then it's like, okay, now my baby is here. Now what? And that's really the journey that you want to take, you know, with your business. And it's a mindset thing too, you know. If y'all find this video valuable, please heart, subscribe, love, like, all of those things. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm so close. So if y'all haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, heart, heart, heart. I love y'all. All right. And we do talk a lot about mindset in our group. Katrina's here. Andrea's here. Yes, I am feeling. Linton, happy holidays. Yes. Yes, we could definitely do a one-on-one. Hey, from Dee from Champagne. Yes. But you know what, Andrea, I think it's also really good to have a mentor, just so you know. I mean, I'm a mentor to a lot of people. I take calls every day. Okay. Really, really important. It is exciting. Yes, I complete something and I'm like, let me put this over here. And I'm like, I'm really putting in this work. It seems scary, but it's exciting. And I say, I see you, God, working in me. Yes, you already, girl, you just made me smile so hard. You already know. That's when you know God is like really flowing through your every being. And to me, when the energy is right on the inside, when you're creating, that's when you know that it's real. Like it's going to actually happen. And then you can start to feel confident and sit comfortable. Like, okay, so all I got to do is do my work. Like when I really go live with Reskillify, right now it's just my community. But when I like go to the world in the next month or so, I want to talk about like the 4 stages of life that people are in. And this is always in their life, their career, their business. You're either looking behind you, you're going backwards, or you're standing completely still, or you're marking time, which I think most of you all know what it means to mark time. If you've been in the military before, right? You're marking time, or you're moving forward. And a lot of people think that they're standing still when they're actually marking time. And a lot of people think they're moving when they're actually marking time. So, but we're going to talk about that because transformation is about going to that next phase, and being fearless about it. I mean, that's also what faith is, being fearless about it. But, I'm not no preacher, so I'm not going to go all down that road. But I do know a little bit about bringing things into life. I know about manifestation and creation and how to take an idea and turn it into something real and then to monetize off of it. I know how to do that with ease. And that's why all of my clients are such amazing winners. This is serious. She said, definitely going to join the paid course because the free content is already fire. I love you, babe. You going live and me being in a space to see it was definitely divine intervention. I feel like for some reason, I felt like today was meant because I wanted to go live yesterday, right? And I was running around like trying to get myself together. I was under the weather. I don't ever know, like, have you ever been like so under the weather that you think you're moving really fast, but in real actuality, you ain't moving fast at all. You just like kind of scooting along. So I was kind of like that yesterday, like, oh, I need to get my shirt out the cleaners so I can go live. I need to do my hair. So it just didn't work out. But I woke up this morning, I felt amazing. I felt like, I felt so much good, positive energy flowing through my soul. And oh my gosh, I'm late for my class. I got to go in a second. And I was like, I'm going to go live. I have to go live and just share some of this good energy and to like get people hyped up and excited about 2022. I can be your mentor. Can I do this business entirely remotely? Yeah, depending on your niche and depending on the laws in your state, sure, definitely can. Mentoring is on Reskillify.com. Mentoring is there. And I'm so thankful. We've had so many people sign up for the membership to get the mentoring from the customer success champions and to get the accountability. And we're doing our first set of meetings starting this Wednesday, which I'm really excited to join the one-on-ones with everyone and getting them onboarded. We will start in January with our first set of events with our firesides and different things like that. So I'm really excited about everything that's happening in Reskillify. And I really feel like it's going to be a major, major value for so many people who just need someone to say, hey, did you do this? Did you say you was going to do this by this day and this time? Okay, let's get that thing going so we can get you to where you need to go. You got this. Come on, let's go. Right? Just having that, just like that little bit of motivation and that push. It's everything. All right, I've got to go. My class is like, they're probably like, where? Yeah, she just said, is class canceled? Look at that. Nope. Logging in now. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Let me just say and now. I love y'all so much. I'm very thankful for your time. And I will be going live. You all will see me throughout the course of the days. I'll be going live quite often. If you go and where do you go? Oh, go to Reskillify.com. Go to Reskillify.com and join the become a member. Ask the request for membership. Feel free. All right. I love y'all. I'll be back live. I got to go and check into my class. I'm late. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Bye.